deep into those pores. Also what they're doing is massaging the skin so that they're getting the hairs to stand up and really working the product in. It smooths out the skin and also removes some of the items that might be in a man's skin in the pores. You know, pizza, maybe a hot dog, whatever they've been eating recently, stuck down in those pores. Men have giant pores. So what you want to do is open those up, get the sulfur wash nicely deep down in there. Ingredients is good. We're just not going to be saying that. So help them with the words that they do use. Are you getting a cleaner shave? Does your skin feel smoother? Do you feel better? All of those kind of things. So the kinds of things men talk about when they talk about their skin. So now, these guys are doing the shaving process. Now, of course, what they're using, you don't generally use at home unless you're extremely brave. They're using very sharp cutthroat razors. Now, at home, what you want to do is use your razor at about a 30-degree angle to the skin. And most razors are designed like that. But very importantly, you don't want to push down on the skin. If you push down on the skin, what you're going to do is cause inflammation. You're more likely to get nicks and cuts and interfere with razor bumps, for example. So a light touch with your razor, which means it needs to be sharp, which means that you need to replace the blade once a week, and also keep it in a dry place. If you keep the razor in the shower, it's going to get more dulled and there's going to be moisture on it. Also, what you'll notice they're doing is they're using very small strokes. You don't want to shave yourself by starting on one side of your head and working your way all the way around to the other. You're going to get a buildup of product so much that you're not going to get that good contact with the skin. So they're doing very small strokes, and you'll notice that then they're wiping the blade off. Exactly what you should do at home. Small strokes going with the grain and washing the blade off each time that you do it. Now, of course, these guys have extremely sharp blades. They sharpen their blades every day, and you'll notice that they're going with the grain. Now, if you want a very close shave and you have an inexhaustible amount of time in the morning, you can in fact shave again, and at that time you can start to shave against the grain, because now their hairs are much shorter and they're not going to drag as much. Facial hair is a problem, right? Facial hair is big. It takes 3 times the force to cut a facial hair than a leg hair. So I don't want to hear any women complaining about shaving their legs. Oh, I had to shave my legs, I cut my leg. Nothing. It's good, nothing compared to shaving the face. 3 times the force. A leg hair is almost made up like a tree. So if you do a cross section, there's 5 to 7 layers of it. A facial hair is 10 to 15 layers, much bigger, and it's often a strange shape. So that when you cut it, it twists in the skin. It's called the torque. Engineers talk about torque. When I say torque, it sounds like I'm saying T-A-L-K. What I'm saying is torque. I have to say it like a pirate. Torque. It gets twisted in the skin. That twist causes the skin to be pulled, and that's where you get your inflammation from. Now, I forgot to mention earlier on, but because the sulfur actually softens the hair, what you'll see is over time your shave gets better and better. Even after the first time, gradually it will increase. Remember that the men in our clinical study saw a benefit after 2 weeks and better benefit after 4. Sulfur actually softens hair. It's called a keratin. It breaks down keratin. I can never say that long word. It breaks down keratin, makes the hair softer. And you know, a softer hair is less likely to be an ingrowing hair. Ingrowing hair is the condition's called pseudofolliculitis barbae. It actually sticks into the skin, but if it's softer, it's more easily sprung out. So over time, the shave will get better and better with the sulfur wash, and the benefits will increase all the way up to 4 weeks. Remember, 2 weeks, seeing a benefit after 2 weeks is incredibly important for a man. He wants to see a benefit fairly early on, as I was mentioning in the arena this morning. I got a feeling Amazon Prime was specifically developed for men, right? They order something online, why isn't it here yet? And if it's delivered by a drone, it would be even cooler, right? So they're seeing a benefit after 2 weeks. You're not going to get a guy to wait for 4 weeks to 8 weeks to see a benefit. So 2 weeks is very good, and it will give them the confidence in the product so that they will keep using it, which is a great response that we got. So now they're moving on to the second product, which is Soothe 2. I love Soothe 2, my favorite product. Allantoin, as I mentioned, they're going to be rubbing that nicely into the skin. It's delivering moisture, but very importantly, it's reducing that appearance of redness. And that appearance of redness, you're going to be able to go out the front door, not only with your skin looking better, 4 hours, maybe even earlier, if you want to shave, that evening. So you need your skin to be under control, and that's really what Soothe 2 is doing. And then the final product that they're going to put after that is the Redefine, and we covered that with the UV protection. So what we really have here is we put a regimen together that enables a man go, hey Joe, let's go to Starbucks and talk about stubble. Unlikely to happen. Or a guy coming up to a woman and saying, shall we go and talk about stubble? If that does happen, don't go. Don't go to Starbucks. They're probably stalking you on Facebook. But for women to talk to other women about skincare and about how to broaden the uses, this is an incredibly good situation. Also, if a guy is on a regimen already, fantastic. If they're on Reverse, if they're on Redefine, still they can use the Unblemished one to shave with, because they're still getting those pores cleaned out, they're still going to get a better shave, but they need to use their Redefine regimen as well. Plus they could use the Unblemished one and the Soothe 2, but still use their regimen. If a man is not using a regimen, then this is an incredibly good start to get them to understand what they need to do to their skin. They will feel a benefit on their face that they will want to repeat over time, and it will give them the idea that the products are actually working at a very early stage. That 2 week time point is extremely important. Look, he's looking better already, look at that. So hopefully with the men's shave regimen, what you've learned is you can spark conversations. You can spark conversations with other women. You can spark conversations with men about real problems that they have with products that they use, and you can expand who you talk to and what you talk about. It's all about sparking those conversations and using very powerful products. Remember, all OTC products with very powerful ingredients. Remember a little bit about the differences in the hair, what the products are doing. Men like to have that little bit of information that another guy doesn't have. Those little snippets, they always want to be one up. Enable them to have that, the more intelligent shave for your skin. And we have our first timer look at him. He looks beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, have a great time at convention, and don't fear the shave, stay calm and shave on. Thank you.